Next up is a version of beer made for an overlooked consumer.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Caroline, founder of Beer Girl from Laguna Beach, California. Today, I am seeking $125,000 in exchange for 10% of my company. Let's be honest, most beer has been made by men for men. For decades, women in beer ads were merely bikini-clad extras. We weren't the customer, we were the scenery. While running my family's brewery, I noticed time and again, women would come in, browse our beer lineup, and then order a seltzer or cider. So I started asking why, and I kept hearing the same thing. Beer makes me feel too heavy, too bloated, and it just doesn't feel like it's made for me. So I teamed up with our head brewer to change that. Introducing Beer Girl, a light, crisp Mexican-style lager that's made from corn, not wheat. It's gluten-reduced, contains 0 sugar, and it has a low alcohol content. And yes, even bikini approved. So what do you say, Sharks? Are you ready to grow the beer industry? One cute can at a time.
Great job.
Shouts out to Caroline, and we are back with another Shark Tank reaction interview. This is Dave, 10 plus year intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything from copyrights, trademarks, trade secrets, as well as trademark patents. And I will say this, and I said this last week, I think it was hot girl soda or something along those lines. This one is Beer Girl. I'm just not a big fan of alienating a big market. But again, that's not to say you can't be successful with the niche product. Again, she can go on and sell a ton of these things, having a niche product, in this case, a beer strictly for girls, or for women. I'm not sure if that is even a big enough market. I do know plenty of women that drink beer, but is that a big enough market to the extent? Because clearly you're not going to be most likely a guy drinking Beer Girl. So is it a big enough market for women drinking beer to kind of justify it? I'm not sure. You guys have to let me know in the comment section. But I will say this: when I look at these things, 3 things I look for, plus a bonus one. How simple is it? Kind of pretty simple. How effective is it? I'll tell you what, man. Anytime you have a company that's valued at $1.25 million valuation these days on Shark Tank, that shows me that that company is not selling a ton. Now, I can stand and be corrected. However, just kind of based on my experiences, maybe 15 years ago, that $1.25 million valuation was real. But these days, if you're not valuing your company within that $2 to $5 million range, it just is what it is. Then that at least lets me know that you're not selling a ton of these things. Again, a lot of times the effectiveness of the product can be based off the sales and how much you are selling. That's why I bring that up. But with a $1.25 million valuation these days, which is cool, maybe it's a startup company or just getting started, but that just kind of tells me that you're not making a ton of money at this point in time. And then what's the market like? And that kind of goes back to my earlier conversation: is the market big enough to justify or substantiate a beer for women? I'm not sure. Clearly, it's a ton of beers out there. Is it a ton of women beers? So it is a niche market. Now, is that niche market big enough to justify not only having a business, but investing into that business from the Sharks' perspective? We'll see. And then the last but not least, intellectual property. Are you protecting your IP? And she does have Beer Girl. She actually has a few registered trademarks pending for Beer Girl, which I think is cool. The fact that she's protecting her intellectual property. But I would imagine if she says her family owns a brewer, she's not new to this, as Deion Sanders says. She's true to this as relates to kind of making sure the IP is protected. So those are some of my initial thoughts. Please let me know what your guys' thoughts in the comment section as we kind of pull this back up. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Let's go.
What do we have in front of us?
In front of you is our Beer Girl Light Lager. I'd love for you to give it a try and let me know what you think.
Oh, it's really good.
Okay.
You like
really
it?
Good, yeah.
Thank you.
I like it too.
I like it.
Very
Really?
good.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And is
That's a
this
sweet spirit.
lower alcohol? Is it?
3.5%.
What's the
That's not
average
bad.
beer?
Like
A
6.
light lager, you'd be looking at around 4.2.
You said it's Mexican style.
All Mexican lagers are corn-based, so naturally they're easier on your digestive system as opposed to wheat.
Did you say you had a family microbrewery? I mean, where are you making this stuff?
So my family has a brewery in the Central Coast, California called Wagwell Brewing Company, and that's where I had the idea for Beer Girl. We started contract brewing at my family brewery, but quickly hit capacity there and now are brewing at a contract brewing facility in Southern California.
Tell us about you.
My background's actually in music, singer, songwriter, performer. I was an opening act for various R&B artists on tour. And when the pandemic hit, obviously entertainment industry shut down. So I dove into business with my family and we built it from the ground up.
And Caroline, what are your sales today?
In summer of 2023 is when we launched the brand on draft. From summer of 2023 to summer of 2024, it was $140,000 in sales.
And what about summer 24 to now?
It's around that 140, 160. We're now in talks with all of the big distributors.
What percentage of beer drinkers are women?
25%.
Okay.
What will you do this year?
With our retailer that's already authorized us for the 150 doors in the fall. And I do believe I'm very close to closing another 330 doors. We'll be at 1.1 million by this time next year.
I'm in 2 categories of beverage.
Yeah.
Wine, which I now sell 6 million bottles a year.
Yeah.
And I've just launched tequila. I looked at beer. The only thing interesting about this is you, because the beer category,
Not the category?
there's no, it's all marketing, as you figured out. Have you started to tell this story about you on social?
I have not invested anything into social media. I've invested into field marketing and events, because I knew to get the velocities up that I needed to get the attention from distributors, I needed to be in store every day demoing liquid to lips. So I've invested the capital.
I like that.
Liquid to lips.
And Caroline, that's how Kind became what he became. Field marketing.
Yeah.
So what are you selling this for? What does it cost you to make it?
It costs us $4.60 to make a 6-pack. We sell in at $8.40, and the MSRP is $11.99.
You're coming into an industry that is jam-packed, and the only thing that really will set you apart is great marketing, which is, I believe you have that here.
Trademarks.
Watch this industry. You think this is a bunch of sharks.
Yeah.
The industry you have chosen is a sea of sharks. And so you're going to need a roadmap for sure. One of the things that people didn't really understand with how did Uncle Nearest grow? We're not supposed to be here. You come into this industry, you have 2 options. You either fail, or if by some strange stroke of luck, you're able to succeed a little bit, then you are forced to sell. And so I came into the industry and said, I'm going to create a 3rd option, but I can't do that if I follow the model. And so my distributor network, I went into all 50 states in 19 months.
Amazing.
With 17 distributors. I have the best distributors in every single state. Beer category is in so much trouble that every single one is looking for the next thing. Where I'm not sure here is what is it beyond the marketing? I don't think I've heard that yet.
It's that it's gluten reduced. I will tell you, so I have Lyme disease. I struggle with sugar. I think it's the low sugar and then it being gluten reduced and corn based.
Caroline, look, I think it's a tough industry. I'm getting a master class in distribution from Fawn. It's not for me. I'm out.
Robert, can I?
And as Robert goes out, and that was a master class from Fawn. I'm not sure she's going to be in or out, but the fact that she's saying, hey, you're either going to have to sell or you're going to fail. You're going to have early success in which you have to sell. And then you kind of create this 3rd option where I guess you just kind of have a business. I thought that was interesting. I do like the the tagline liquid to lips. I will try to trademark if I was Caroline. I actually like that. I haven't heard that before. And that's fine. Talked about, man, not only just with the beer category, but with all this stuff, it's a big part of it is marketing. And from a marketing standpoint, you have to have brand recognition, trademarks, whether it's a word, a logo, a tagline, whatever the case may be. That, man, your intellectual property becomes a big part of you marketing your brand. And that's any brand, which is why at the very least, when you're starting a business, you should have a trademark, at least in my opinion. She's making money. I will say $140,000 at least in revenue. I wasn't expecting that, but shouts out to her for that. Seemed like she made that from 2023 to 2024 and from 2024 to 2025 from the summer times. Now the margins are decent, make it for $4, sell it to a retailer for $8 and it retails for just under $12. That corn instead of wheat, that's interesting. But hey, I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of a Mexican beer. I know the Mexicans love the corn aspect of it. So, man, shouts out to her. Like I said, I am kind of impressed as Robert goes out. Seems like it may be some interest from Mr. Wonderful. Lori's probably going to be out. maybe Daniel, and it seems like Fawn, even though she gave a great soliloquy, I think she's going to be out as well in the near future. So those are some of my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let's get back to it, man, and see if we can go 2 for 2 on episode 14. Let's go.
Say that your story has been one of the biggest inspirations for me and my family. My grandmother was a refugee from former Yugoslavia, now Croatia, walked on foot to Austria, immigrated to the US at 19 years old with nothing in her pocket. And now I'm standing here on Shark Tank in front of you, which is a definition of the American dream. And that's why for any of you, I will work so hard because the opportunities that I am given are a responsibility, not just an opportunity.
You can see that. I mean, it exudes from you.
We can see it.
I've been trying so hard because I really like you to get into this, but every time you speak and every time that Fawn speaks, I realize how little I know. And the gap is too wide for me to get there. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you so much, and I admire you so much.
Man, she got a sweet spirit.
I think that you have something special here, so I'm going to make you an offer.
Uh-oh. I stand corrected.
But my offer is going to be sharky.
TiVo action.
But Fawn is interested in Caroline's low-calorie beer brand, Beer Girl.
I will give you the $125,000, but I want 20% of the company.
That's not that bad. $750,000 valuation.
Can I tell you something, Fawn?
Absolutely.
You are one of my biggest inspirations. And
Battery.
I'm going to cry. And the reason why you are is because of how you live out your faith every day. And I want to work with you so badly. I have to make a counter, right? And so what I really need is funding for my purchase orders. Would you do $125,000, a $500,000 line of credit that I would pay interest on? And I'll do it for 20%.
You want a $500,000 line of credit?
I'm good with the offer that I've given. But getting your POs financed is not a very difficult thing. You're self-distributing, correct?
Yeah.
As your back end?
I'm doing all the back end and logistics. My husband is running that, and we're doing deliveries at 3, 4 in the morning, and we have our own delivery truck and 2 part-time delivery drivers.
Wow. That's how I
You are a winner.
How much you guys put in yourselves?
$200,000.
Oh, you're all in.
The offer I have on the table is the only offer that I'm going to give.
I don't think anybody else is going to give you an offer, and I'll tell you why. It's difficult, this space, and you've got a lifeline here.
It's impossible.
She is the perfect partner.
This is an impossible space.
Some deals are meant to be. This one is. I'm out.
I am the one person who can make sure that your brand is seen in a space that is so crowded that you'll never get out of Southern California.
I feel this will be a surefire winner. I would love to be a part of the journey. If you would like to have me,
Like
to have
$125,000 for 20%.
What do you think?
I think with this particular offer, I can definitely go at it alone. And I don't need Lori. But
you know what? I'm going to let her go at it alone. She doesn't really need a partner. She's a powerhouse.
You have an offer. What do you want to do?
On it would literally, I would be so humbled to accept your offer.
I am excited.
Boy, try to sneak back in there.
Oh, you are going to be a superstar in this industry. There are so few women in the beer industry. They are going to love you. They're going to love you.
They are going to love her.
Thank
now
you
it's
so
off
much.
to the races.
Thank you.
Got a sweet spirit, man.
I'm really emotional. My grandmother, I'm just like thinking about what she went through to be able to let me stand here. Like I'm proud of myself for doing it and for not being afraid and for doing it even when I am afraid.
The beer companies are in so much trouble that they have a need for something that can stand out. And this can actually stand out.
Yeah, Beer Girl, it's cool.
A Beer Girl is cool. So let's kind of get to the website, man. Shouts out to Caroline. I am going to reach out to her to try to get her on the. I'm gonna try to reach out to her to get on the program. We're gonna take a look at the website here really quickly before we get up out of here.
Daddy,
let's take a look at the website.
why did a lot of boxes?
We have some company here, man.
Daddy.
We have some company here.
Daddy.
Let's pull up the website here, man. Sometimes we're doing this in real time, man. Beer girl. Let's see. Let me enter. Yes, you got to verify your age. I do love the beer girl. I mean, the website is actually pretty dope. I will say to put the R in a circle right next to beer girl. Or not the R in a circle. It's not a registered term yet. It's a pending. So put the TM. But otherwise, man, I like it. I would probably get a trademark on that liquid to lips. I really like that. Caroline has a sweet spirit. Selling some clothing as well. Got the nutritional facts on there. Shouts out to Caroline, man. Let me know what you guys think. She did get a lifeline in Fonny or Fawn, who kind of knows the space, obviously, with what she did with Uncle Nearest. So this thing may actually just work out, if I had to guess. Let me know what you guys think. Nonetheless, please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. I'll catch you guys on the next one. We're 2 for 2, season 17, episode 14. We are chugging along 2 for 2. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3 with the next pitch. You guys take care. Peace.